It's me that should be crying. Just look at the state of this brassiere thing of yours since you've been working at that dinky bakery. What have you been doing? Piping icing sugar through it? About time and all. What have you been telling her? Set her off like this.
I told her of my impending decease.
Oh, that. Typical of a woman. Any excuse and off they go with the old waterworks. Or even worse, the day Carter's tortoise died.
Yes, and I hold you responsible for that, Leslie Brandon. It never would have happened if you taught it how to hibernate proper. It were asking for trouble lagging it with a damp muffler.
Give over, will you, woman? Why couldn't you have waited till I finished my ironing before you start embroiling us with all your trivial personal affairs?
Sorry, Leslie. I'll bear that in mind next time I'm going to snuff it.
6 months to live. I don't suppose it occurred to you to apply for an extension, did it? I bet you've never even bothered to ask what you were suffering from.
Oh, yes, I did. Clever Dick. I made a special point on it. I made a knot in my hanky to remind me to ask.
Well, then.
I've got it wrote down on a bit of paper somewhere. It were a right long word. It was something like what the milkman's horse had last summer. Oh, I remember now. I haven't got the bit of paper. I used it as a betting slip at bookies.
Well, if it wins, there's bound to be an objection.
Yeah, well, it's not all that important, is it? Words don't matter. It's the dead what counts.
Oh, what an attitude to take to your own death, Mort. All you think about is self, self, self. Why didn't you tell the doctor that 6 months was inconvenient for me?
Oh, you'll be painting guttering, will you?
Oh, not that again. I can't stand it when she starts these bloody home improvements. Look, I've got enough work to do without boiling your overalls
I'm not talking about guttering. I'm talking about Mort's funeral. I mean, Les'll need a new suit for a start-off. He ruined the last one when he played bowls in it and forgot to take the coat hanger out.
Well, he can have mine. I'll not have much use for it when time comes.
Oh, yes, you will. You'll follow family tradition, and you'll be buried in your best suit with a clean set of underpants. I'm not having you going up there looking like a tramp. You'll have God turfing you out and telling you not to come back until you're dressed proper.
Listen, I served all through First World War.
I never shall forget me Uncle Gladwin's funeral. We dressed him out in his full fireman's ceremonial uniform. He had his axe in one hand and his hose pipe in the other. We'd have had his brass helmet on and all, only we couldn't get coffin lid shut.
Uncle Gladwin, by God, he were ugly old devil.
What's wrong with the family? Look at Annie.
Not a pretty sight. Still, at least she's not bald like Uncle Gladwin. He used to wear a ginger toupee, you know.
Did he?
Oh, aye, he got it for a tanner from Boys' Brigade jumble sale. Aye, we used it as a tea cosy after he died.
Is it a good insulator?
It must have been. Uncle Gladwin never suffered from head colds. I'd have had that toupee yet, only Dog got hold of it one day and worried it to death. That wig had got a fatal attraction for dogs. I remember me... Oh, right, there she goes again. What she'd be like if I'd give her bad news, God alone knows.
Mrs. Brandon, don't cry. Don't make the atmosphere damp. You know how it affects your succulents.
My own brother dying of an illness, and a fatal one at that. Oh, what a disgrace. We'll have to be fumigated, be cancelled.
Oh, yes, and that sort of thing can go against it. The hairdressers, you know.
Give over, will you, woman?
Oh, it's all right for you being cool, calm and collected, but it's me what's got to face neighbours with this.
What about me? I've got to face me maker with it.
Aye, but if you talk to him like what you talk to me, he'll give you a right sharrakin and no messing. He'll not put up with your bad language and smoking in the lavvy, I'll tell you.
Come on, let's all go and have a pint.
I heard that.
Well, I've got to get some practice in. I don't want to be unprepared in 6 months' time when I hear that great stentorian voice calling from above. Time, gentlemen, please. Come on, you lads, haven't you got no graves to go to?